Hi, welcome you all to the new lecture series on production technology. I'm Michael Jones, Assistant Professor from the Department of Mechatronics Engineering, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. Production technology, we have the subject code 23 MCT 203 production technology. So the fundamental in every manufacturing process, because we need to convert the raw materials into a finished product. So we are going to see certain machinings or manufacturing sequences. So that will help us to convert the raw material or an unused block to a functional part or a finished product. So that is going to be the fundamental of production or manufacturing in any industry. So we are going to see the processes, the methods, what are the functions that are going to be, or the allied things that will be supporting or supplementing for an effective manufacturing process. That will be dealt in the production technology course. So the first unit is theory of metal cutting. So theory of metal cutting speaks just the pure cutting process and the economics and the functions and the theories that are allied in cutting a raw material. So the fundamental difference between manufacturing and production is explained here. So what is production and what is manufacturing? They both they go in line with each other, but they have a specific unique differences between both the terminologies we use. Generally in reality, we have the habit or the tendency to irreplaceable both the terminology. We'll use production in terms of manufacturing, and manufacturing in places where we'll use production, though they both are is traditionally used interchangeably. They have specific unique qualities between both. So that is explained here. We have listed out just a few of 8 of the differences between what is production and what is manufacturing. So production converts inputs into final outputs or a service. Company owns the raw materials, processes to general output. The results are in the form of either a good or a service, and it is either tangible. Tangible in the sense it can be counted or measurable. It may or may not use a machinery. A heavy machinery may be used, or in certain cases they need not be used. Creates utility, and that can be instantly or later. Production, in a broadest term, includes a bigger perspective, and every manufacturing process can be termed as a production process. But the same is not in case of manufacturing. All production processes are not manufacturing process, because the unique thing is they transform a raw material, a plain raw material, into some other goods. They just add a value to the raw material. Workpiece is just turned into another workpiece only, but it is not turned into any product, a finished final product. So that is the, and it creates goods ready to be sold. The manufacturing term is limited, have a limited scope and a spectrum. Every production is not manufacturing process. So these are the differences what we quote between production process and a manufacturing process. Here we have listed a few manufacturing processes. They are a primary shaping, deforming process, machining process, joining process, surface finishing processes, and material properties modification process. In this, the manufacturing, basically we just follow four things. We'll just categorize it into a shaping category. Shaping category A, shaping category B, shaping category C, and shaping category D. So that is in the first shaping category, we'll just have a raw material molded into something, and it will be poured into another mold. It is just primary shaping. We'll give a shape to the liquid molten metal. So that is thing. Then the deforming process. Deforming is will follow forging, rolling, extrusion. Such process, metal working process, will be done over the raw materials. And machining, in machining processes, will use turning, drilling, milling, shaping, forming, planning. All these processes can be termed under machining process. These use the traditional machines, such that the lathe, milling, miller, other shapers, they will be used. In joining process, it may be a welding, or it may be a fastening process, or a soldering, or a brazing process. It is just joining two different metals into a common single workpiece. The surface finishing process is and the material process properties modification are value added, or value addition, or an value improved thing on a raw material. So we can see surface finishing, that is a raw material may be transformed into another raw material or a workpiece, and the surface, the pattern, the finishing, or the coating, the exterior looks, aesthetics will be modified by using the surface finishing process. Material properties modification is the certain material properties we can see, such that properties like yield strength, the fatigue, the creep resistance, or the hardness, brittle nature. All these are material properties. We can also modify the material properties of any raw material. So those processes can also be termed as a manufacturing process, but in general will not include those into the pure of manufacturing or a machining job. So the first four, primary shaping, deforming, machining processes, joining processes, are categorized as the manufacturing, the broader spectrum, and we'll use manufacturing in terms of that. So with this, I'll wind up this class, and we can in the next we'll see the theories of metal cutting or the other natures. So thank you.